Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. It is, come on, it is Tuesday, May 14th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I am live. It is week 20 of 2024, and in my neck of the woods, it is currently 67 degrees with a high of 71 and a low of 59. All right. Welcome to my broadcast. I'm here for the next 3 hours for coloring, companionship, chat, friendship, giggles and laughs, pretty pictures, and of course, the what, the how, and the why of adult coloring. Welcome to my YouTube peeps who come in and chat with me. That is always fun. Welcome to my YouTube peeps who watch this broadcast after the fact. And welcome to my Facebook peeps who'll see this broadcast on my Facebook group, Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. All right. Let's see who my early birds are. Stephanie, number 1. All right. Hello, Sandy. Sandy, it's been a while. Karen, hello. Carmen, hello. Patricia and Kitty. All right. Let me get my other monitor set up. Let's see who else. Martha makes art. Hi, Martha. I am having a beautiful day. Thank you. All right. Sent by Miss Southern Belle. Well, Martha, she sent you to the right place. All right. I think I finally got everything set up here. Okay, we've got 2 projects here. Martha, welcome to my broadcast. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Hello, Cara. Cara Marinas. All right, so the first image that we're working on hold on, let me get my picture straightened around here. How do you store your colors? Oh, my pencils, by color or type? I store them by color. So Martha, I do 2 pictures every broadcast, which is every evening. I broadcast 365 days of the year. This first one is out of my book, Picture Mandala's Jubilee. And in my group, I always make what I call a duet piece available, so the idea being that you color with me and learn as we go. So we've been working on this particular picture. And the second one that I'll be doing, because it was requested by one of my peeps, particularly Thomas, is I'm going to go back and do another Disney Thomas Kincaid. This one is out of the Dreams collection. We did a previous one that was out of the Princess book. So Thomas has asked me to do Winnie the Pooh. This is the one that he would like me to do, so I told him I'd do it because he's got this book. Cara, are you talking about my books or the Disney book, or what are you talking about? All right, Kitty. So, Martha, this is a very high give and take interaction. Don't hesitate to both the Disney books and my books. Well, I can go ahead and get you the affiliate to this book. Hello, Jolly. Give me a moment and I will get the link to this one, the Disney book. All right, let's get this first one for you. You guys say hi to each other while I'm doing this. Linda and the three amigos. Uno, dos, tres. Okay, there's the link to the Disney book. And here comes the link to my mandala book. Now, while I'm saying hi to people, let's see, Patricia, Martha, yep. Hello, Dorothy. Okay, there are the two links. Oh, jolly, I didn't know that. Dorothy, Dorothy, Dorothy. Hi, Dorothy. We always like to say hello. All right. So, again, we will be doing or starting up this one that's got Winnie the Pooh and Timothy Robbins. All right. So, Martha, did you tell us a little bit about yourself? Do you adult color? Are you here just to watch for the company? Yeah, I didn't know that there was a new one. Is Thomas Kincaid still alive?
Thomas Kincaid was born January 19th, 1958 and died April 6th, 2012.
Okay, Thomas Kincaid has passed, so Disney is putting out the book. All right, so let me get my scratch pad. Set timer for an hour and a half.
And 30 minutes, counting down.
And we are ready to go. All right, so the past couple nights I've been doing the roses for you. Martha, I missed what you said. Where are you from? So now I'm going to be starting on the boots. Now, the whole idea of this piece, oh, you're in California. Okay. So it's 5:20 your time? Oh, Stephanie, I had forgotten that Thomas Kincaid committed suicide. Oh, that's sad. So let's go ahead and get a black out. Now, the black that I like to use in particular is the Prismacolor. And I'm going to start on the pattern here of the books. So, Martha, feel free to chat anytime. Feel free to ask questions anytime. Feel free if you need to see something a little closer, if I need to zoom in or zoom out. Let me know. I'm very interactive with my peeps. Otherwise, I could just go ahead and do a video without any interaction at all. All right. So when I'm coloring something black, do we color it just all black? So let me go ahead and start at the bottom here. Now there's a method to my madness here. Let me adjust camera just a little bit. Guys, how do we color with black? So I'm going to start with my darkest color here. Hi, Julie. So Martha, what does Martha Makes Art mean? Notice how I'm curving this in. That's right, Mamie, thank you. Black and shades of gray. So now I'm going to come in with a slightly lighter gray here. And then I'm going to very lightly use a blender pencil. Oh, Emily, that sounds good. Martha, you have a small channel where you do a variety of arts and crafts. Cool. And I'm going to pull that light gray into the center. And that way we have a nice reflection on the boot. All right. Back to the sole. So guys, how was your day today? Win, lose, or draw? Karen, good night. Sorry you have to leave so quickly. Guys, how was your day? Win, lose, or draw? I'm going to say draw on mine. Oh, Emily says win. I got a black raspberry ice cream for a treat. Patricia, what was your win? Mamie, what was your win? We always like to talk about wins. All right. Now I'm going to take my next gray. I'm actually, instead of using a medium gray, I'm going to use a gray that's a little bit lighter. Sandy says draw. Oh, Martha, a win. You got stuff done that was stressing you, so you're happy. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to come in with my lighter gray. Jolly says win. She's got diabetes, but today she feels like coloring. Oh, that is fantastic. Carmen, you had a draw? Okay. Sandy, you got Amazon gift cards from your daughter so you can get color pencils. Yay. Stephanie, it takes quite a bit to get wax buildup. Don't forget to turn your pencil. Now, what's wrong with this image that I just did? Oh, Mamie, that's cool. And the answer is this dark line of the black is not blended in. So what we want to do is come back with our black and we need to blend in that line. So we've got this blended now with black and with gray. Why do we use multiple colors, guys? So Sandra says, win. I got my Zenicolor pencils today and I feel like I'm getting my son back the way he was before his first son died from crib death 11 years ago. So your son is coloring with you? That's right, Mamie, depth and dimension. Even if you're doing just black, you don't ever want to, that's right, Jolly, ever just use one color. Okay. Then I'm going to Oh, Sandra. Okay, so you don't color with him, but he's got a new baby. He got his smile back. Praise God. Okay, now let's go ahead and do the next boot. Kitty, I used black first. All right, let's go ahead and do the heel of the next shoe. This is my black. Go on. So I'm coming in now from the sides. Notice that I'm using multiple strokes. We want to get a nice rich black. And what do I always tell you? Don't pound your pencils into the paper. And then I'm going to come in with my gray. And I accidentally came in with a green. Let's get that puppy out of there. So now I'm coming in with a medium gray. And then we'll come in with our what? Blender pencil. And we'll very lightly blend up that center section. And you can finger blend as well. All right. Now let's get the rest of the sole. We'll start with our black on the outside. Now remember, two things, of course. When you're using your darkest color, but especially black, you don't want to pound in your pencils. You always color. All right, Martha, thanks for stopping by. You always want to come in like you are coloring what? On a balloon. Hello, Judith. Welcome. Judith, welcome to my broadcast. Hello, Belle. Okay, and now we're going to come in with what? Our next color, which is our gray. And we want to blend in that black and that gray. You don't ever want to have harsh edges. Hi, Thomas. Judith, tell us about yourself. All right, let me pull out. Let's take a look at these two. Hello, Patricia. All right, let's keep going. So if somebody were to ask you what color the bottom of these shoes were, you'd say what? Black. Even though we're actually using black and gray. Well, Judith, hang with us. We're glad to have you here, Judith. Where are you from? All right, let's go to the next boot. So we start out with what? Our black on the edges. Oh, Judith, I used to live in Ohio. I know where Lima is. Okay, so there's our black. Now we've got our gray. And we're blending in that edge. You don't ever want stripes on your picture, right? Belle, yes, Thomas did tell me what picture he wanted to color. Judith, you've got a birthday coming up. All right. Guys, if you're new to my chat tonight, you need to be also a member of my group. Now, there's a method in my madness in doing these shoes like this. Who's coloring with me, by the way? Check out how I'm blending in that edge and making it nice and smooth. All right. Let's roll around here to the bottom. Of the sole. Not to be confused with soul food. Oh my. Judith, you're coloring in Deborah Miller's Little Sweethearts book. And that thunder was not from my sound effects. Carmen, do you have Messenger? I'm sure one of my peeps would be more than happy to get this image to you so you can color it with me. And the image is available in my Facebook group as well. Ah, okay. Okay, Judith, thanks for letting me know. Carmen, what you want to do is do a search on the words breaking news. Okay, so I've got my black on either side. I did it so that my black got softer and softer towards the center. I'm coming in with my gray. Hello, Art. Art Angel's here. Yay. And then I'm going to come back with just a little bit of black and make sure that everything is blended. Check it out. Let me pull out. Now, there's a reason why I suggest that you pace me when I'm doing these colorings, because I'm showing you different coloring techniques. Excuse me. Now, I know that you guys have different ideas about how something should be colored, and that's fine. You can always do this piece a second time the way that you'd like to do it. But the first time, I suggest you do it with me. Hello, Jay. The device that I'm using is an electric eraser. And I absolutely love it. Okay, so our black again on either side. Then we come in with our lighter gray. Notice how I'm blending that transition line between the two colors. You don't want any streaking. And then I'll come in with what? My blender pencil. I'm going to brush that off. Then I'm going to come in with my blender pencil. Notice how I'm blending back and forth to pull in that center color. And if you need to tweak it a little bit, tweak it a little bit. Notice how I'm blending these edges to make them softer. Oh, does that look cool? Val is putting up a link to my group on Facebook if you care to pop over there and get this image. Back with my black. So the lesson here is you want to use black with gray to make your black look really cool. Okay, Carmen, thank you. And I want you to notice I'm not pounding my black into the paper. Let the pencil do the work. Emily, what was an accident? You put Mamie in timeout while I was taking the trash out? Okay, is Mamie back now? All right, let me see if I can get her back. Mamie, sit tight. We'll see if I can correct it. All right, let me pull out and you can see the effect now. Mamie, text me in Messenger. Let's see if I can fix this. Hold on, guys. Yeah, Mamie says she's commenting, but the words are faint because she's in timeout. Ugh, okay. Mamie, sit tight. We'll figure it out. Okay, Mamie, what I want you to do is I want you to completely pull out of the broadcast and then come back in. And yes, Belle, Thomas did tell me the picture that he wanted me to color. All right, we'll see if her pulling out and coming back in fixes this. Oh, Linda, that's great. Your daughter and grandkids stopped over. She got you a 300 count pencil case. You have a 500 and 350 count for pencils and still have tons of loose pencils. Yeah, that happens. Okay, so you came out and you came back in. says Mamie. And when I commented, it told me I've been placed on timeout. Hold on, guys. Sit tight, everybody, while I try and get Amy back in here. Okay, Amy said she's just going to watch. I'm not sure how long the timeout lasts. But she is watching. Emily, she told me to tell you, no worries. Okay. All right, let's get back to the subject at hand. So, as you can see now, I'm putting up the pattern of this whole mandala. And I've carried this through now with the same color all the way around on the bottom of the boot. So now we can go ahead and we can start coloring our individual boots. So just for giggles and laughs here, I'll start up in my upper left-hand corner. And let's go ahead and work up a nice purple boot here. So what you want to do is you want to get a light, medium, and dark. On our purples. So remember, when you do a when you do a color, you want to always do a light, medium, and dark when you pull your pencils. Maybe just keep trying to periodically comment. A timeout is supposed to be temporary. Okay, I've got my dark and my medium, which I will show you shortly. Val, what is 1 minute and 8 seconds? Okay, I will swatch these colors momentarily. Stephanie, yes, I do. That's why I always recommend the Prismacolor Black. Now, Mamie, that's funny. Mamie texted me and she said, just like old times, I can smack talk her, and she can't talk back. Okay, let me swatch my colors. I'm still not happy with my light. Too close to my medium. Oh, let's see what we got here. Hello, Yvette. Welcome. Okay, I've got my 3 colors. Yvette, welcome back. Okay, guys, let me swatch my purples here. So remember, whenever you're doing a line art, you want to have your 3 colors. So this is my dark purple. This is my medium purple. And this is my light purple. All right, Carmen, welcome back. So let's go ahead and start coloring here. Now, I'm in the upper left-hand corner, although it doesn't really matter because these are symmetrical. And I'm going to take a black Sharpie, and I'm going to color the stitching with it. Now, the reason I'm using a black Sharpie is because I don't want it to run when I put my colors on. So I'm going to come in with my lightest purple, and I'm going to start my base color coloring. And what I mean by the base color is the color that the majority of the object is. Now, again, I want you to notice with your colored pencils that this is not a one and done. You want to keep coloring until you get the tint that you want. In other words, layers. This is why when you color, you should never be in a hurry. You want to massage that color into the paper. Amy, this is my light purple. Amy, go ahead and try commenting again. Thomas, I've already set up to do that page. Now, I want you to notice that when I'm in my larger areas here, I'm coloring in small circles. Thomas, you asked me to do this Disney color project next. Okay, Amy says she's still in timeout. All right. So let's go ahead and continue with this. Yeah, the pencil sharpener. Yes, I do have a link for that. I'll get it to you in a little bit. Yvette, you're a doll. Thank you. Okay, now notice how we got a nice uniform color. Is anybody else interested in the sharpener that I use? Sandy, what does it say about the timeout? Just tell me. Okay, check out how we're getting a nice uniform color. There you go. Let me sharpen. Look how pretty that is. Okay, let me see what we've got about the timeout so I can get that straightened out. Okay, timeouts are temporary and there's no way to undo them. After the timeout period ends, the user can comment again. If someone is accidentally timed out, they have to wait 300 seconds before they can speak. Okay. What's 300 divided by 60?
The answer is 5.
So after what, 5 minutes, they should be able to comment. So I don't know why, Mimi, you aren't able to comment. All right, let's get the link to you guys. Okay, there's the AFMAT sharpener. How often do I sharpen? Well, I try to sharpen as little as I can. Hey, thank you for using affiliate of that. Very appreciated. Okay, so I'm working with my lightest pencil at the moment. That is why when I'm coloring, I tell you guys to turn the pencil when you do that little lift. Okay, how long does the timeout last on YouTube? Put user in timeout. You can temporarily prevent someone from sending messages in live chat ranging from 10 seconds up to 24 hours. Good night, Julie. So, Emily, depending on what you tapped on the screen, may be in timeout upwards of 24 hours. So, I don't know what you pressed. Okay, guys, let's get back to the coloring here. Oh, Mamie, you're back. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome back, Mamie. Okay, guys, let's get back on track here. So there's my light color. And now I'm going to come in with medium. And we're going to start shading our boot. Oh, Mamie, you switched to your other iPad. Oh, that's weird. Okay, now with our medium, we're going to go through and we're going to start to what? Shape our piece. Check it out. Now let me go ahead and poke in a little color here. In between our little buttons. And what I want you to notice, yes, it's the medium purple. What did we talk about for shading? Did anybody write this down? Shading is for what? Shaping. Shadowing is for defining. So right now we are shaping this boot. And the shaping is coming along beautifully, and what we're doing is we're putting our crinkles in the boot. Now I want you to notice that I added an extra crinkle. And notice, for example, how I'm using the shading now to define our toe of the boot. Now, this is where what? We're shaping the look of our boot. And when you look at the boot, you've got to look at where this thing is crinkling. Hi, Kathy. Belle, I'm not going to add Mamie as a standard moderator. I've got too many moderators in here. So I'm just going to go back to you being a standard moderator. All right. Mamie says she rattled her cage and got released. There you go. All right. Now, I want you to notice here, see how I'm coloring in that fold on the boot? Kathy, how you doing? And then we'll come down with our medium color near the base and around the back part of the shoe. Miss Sandra, good night. Now, notice on the top, by adding this line right here, this shading right here, that's made another crinkle in the boot. And I've run that dark color all the way up to this V point. Any questions about how I'm shading and shading this little puppy? Anywhere that you have that little V, that opens up an opportunity for you to shade your boot. Not to be confused with shake your booty. I made a joke. Okay, let's pull out and take a look at this. Isn't that beautiful? All right, let's get the inside here of our bow. Oh, Kathy, I figured that you and your mom would go out shopping. Now, notice how I'm shading inside of our bow here. And where that bow ties, that's where I come in a little bit darker. Okay. Now I'm going to come in with my darkest purple. Yvette, if you come in dark, yep, you come in dark, you absolutely lose your ability to shade and shadow. And you run a higher risk of getting the waxy buildup. Okay, so let's work on some shadowing here. Now, when you use shadow, this is where you are going to use your darkest color, and this is where it starts to define the roundness of your object. So by adding my darkest color to the outside, I'm telling the observer that that area is curved away from the person looking at it. And see that if you come in dark heavy every time, you completely lose your ability to do this. All right. Then I'm going to take my darkest color below my stitching, and notice that as I get more space between my stitching and the boot, I'm going to stay right on my edge. And check out now how we're starting to get dimension on this little puppy. And let me pull out so you can start to see this. And again, by turning my pencil, I'm keeping that point for as long as I can. And notice how I'm blending that dark color out. And I'm using my darkest color in between my laces. Isn't that beautiful? Let's pull out. Can you guys see the three purples now that I've got in here? Any questions? Okay, Yvette. When I'm talking about blending something out, Let me draw this line here. So your darker line is right next to the edge. See how I've got that? And when you're coloring something, let me come back with my lightest purple here. When you're coloring something, so this is my lightest purple. Pretend I'm coloring the boot here. This line of my darker purple is not quote unquote blended out because it's a stark line, and you never want to have a stark line in adult coloring. So when I talk about blending out, I want you to see how I'm making that the edge of that line lighter and lighter until it merges in with my color. This is called blending out. Or blending outward. So I've done it here, but notice up here, this is not blended out. So there's where the division line is. This is blended out, this is not. This is incorrect. Amy, I'm going to leave it as a surprise whether I put a background or not. So, Yvette, does that make sense? And by blending out our colors, that's where you have blending out, excuse me, is the way we blend where one color what? Seamlessly disappears into the next. So this darker color that I have on the outside, I'm merging it into my lighter colors. You want that seamless transition. Open timer. Okay, we've got about a minute left. You are welcome, Yvette. So now I'm going to come in around my laces. I'm going to darken around that edge. And then blend it out. Smooth it out. So that that color transition is seamless. All right, let me erase one little spot here. Okay, let's take a look at our boot. There's where we are so far. And I noticed that I missed a leaf, so I'll do that off camera. How many of you drew a leaf on your pictures? Like I showed you last night. Any questions? Any concerns? Okay, let's do our next piece. So I'm doing this for Thomas because he asked me to color in the Disney book. So Thomas, you can color along with me. And Thomas asked me if I would go ahead and do Christopher Robin and Winnie the Pooh. Thank you, Kathy. The boots are turning out beautifully. Now, what do I always tell you about these 2 pages? Oh, Carmen, you can color this. Cool. How many of you have this book so that you can color this with me? Okay, now, what do I always tell you? You will never, ever, ever get your page looking like this. It's either watercolor or oil. I think it's watercolor. Oh, Jolly, you got the book. Yay! So let's go ahead and start this. Belle, you can do it. Kathy does, but it's at home. That's all right, Kathy. You can catch up. Let's go ahead and start with the balloon. Sandy, you got this book? Yay! Oh my gosh! That is pretty cool. All right, so let's start up with a balloon. Now, what's the little trick that I showed you? Anybody remember this? Is if you're trying to figure out a color, put the edge of your paper next to whatever you're coloring. And swatch it. Amy, you'll have it Saturday. Good. So that's how you can figure out your colors. Oh yeah, there you go. So there's my medium. And then we've got our light. See that? Hey guys, that's why you love me. What can I say? Okay. So let's go ahead and start on our balloon. So in order to get our layers going, I'm going to layer my balloon in my lightest color. And how do we do that? We do that with small circles. What number is my medium? It's a C008 Azure. Don't know the pencil brand? It isn't listed. Belle, swatch your colors like I just showed you. Now again, notice how I'm coloring in little circles. Thomas, it's your book. You can do whatever you want with it. I'm teaching how to follow the original picture. Now, when you're coloring, and you're coloring in layers, you can color in the same color in layers. That's what I'm doing. I'm layering this bottom. What I meant to say is I'm layering this bottom color. And then of course we'll have our additional layers when we start to add our other shades. Okay. Do I color a base color for every item you color? Not every single one. Sometimes I do the individual colors, sometimes I do a base color. Sometimes I feel like a nut, sometimes I don't. Okay, check out our next color, which is our medium. Notice that the medium is pulled in just a little bit from the edge because we want that light edge. In this case, Thomas, I saw your comment and I said that you're welcome to color it anything that you want, but in order to develop your skill, I think you're going to want to color it the same as the picture on the left. That light, medium, and dark order is up to you. Okay, here's my medium. And on this side, the medium's going all the way out to the right. Yvette, I'm not dodging your question. Some people like to start with their darks. Some like to start with the medium. But in this case, if you have the book and you're following with me, I would suggest that you follow what I'm doing. Okay, now I'm going to add my dark. And again, I want you to notice that I'm not going all the way out to the edge. So we've got a halo effect. And notice how I'm coloring in the C pattern, backwards C. And that's giving us our dimension. Now, balloons are really great pieces to color because it really gives you an insight on blending and blending out your edges. I'm going to come back with medium. Yvette, do you want the affiliate link to it? I'm going to add a little bit of medium out to this edge here. Okay, now I'm going to finger blend that. You can use paper towel, you can use your finger. Just don't be heavy-handed with it. Yeah, I think I posted the link to this book earlier, didn't I? Well, Thomas, the whole idea here is that you asked me to do this page so that you could color along. But you're welcome to do anything with it that you want, anytime you want. Okay, let me pull out. And then I'm going to take my electric eraser. No, I'm not going to take that. I'm going to use my Tombow. And I'm going to erase in my shine spot. Oh yeah, finger blending is great. You've got natural body heat. Of course, make sure your hands are clean. And then I'm going to come in with a white, so I'm going to put a shine spot on the shine spot. My Prismas always break. Check it out. All right. Let's look at the side by side. Now I'm going to take a, no, I'm not going to take that color. Now we're going to take a darker blue yet. So even though we have our light, medium, and dark, Amy, you can try your white charcoal pencil, sure. So I'm going to come in with a darker color yet from my darkest blue. And we're going to add that on the right hand side. Check it out. Now you can also blend with your paper towel. Hi, Melinda. Thumb number 19. See how beautifully that blends? And if you lose your outside ring a little bit, which is lighter, just go back with your medium. And swish your color back in. So notice how I've got my two colors now on this edge. Now, I also want to add a little bit of a light shine at the top of the balloon. So I'm going to take my electric eraser and add that in. All right, let's pull out. Yeah, it is less messy than Gamasol. You don't have to use Gamasol all the time, guys. I'm just shading in with my darker pencil a little bit. Darkest pencil. Guys, there are so many ways to blend. Don't get caught up on something like Gamasol. Okay, let me get you the link for this book, Yvette. Melinda, how are you doing? Okay, there's the link to the book, the affiliate link to the book. Okay. You're welcome. Thank you for using it. Okay, let's work on Winnie. Miss Kathy, good night. All right, so we're going to slide down here. Winnie's shirt, of course, is a reddish orange. Now, I want you to look closely at the picture if you have the book. And I want you to notice the different colors that are in there. We've got reds, we've got pinks. Oh, maybe you ordered it? Great. Oh, should arrive tomorrow. Well, that's pretty fast. So, Mamie, what's the deal? Are you near an Amazon distribution center? Okay, so Yvette, I'm going to color this a little bit differently. I'm going to come in with my medium color. Now, notice that I'm adding the folds in the shirt. Then I'm going to come in with my lighter color, which is a pinkish color. Yeah, it all depends where you live, of course. Maybe there's one in Toledo. Oh, that's why you get yours so fast. Okay, so now I'm coming in with a pink. Then I'm going to come back with my slightly darker reddish color that I put in before. Now remember, you're going to jockey back and forth, guys, with your colors. And I suppose I should do the sleeve before I forget it. Winnie the Pooh. Winnie. Now notice the blending. Let me get that sleeve. And then I'm going to come in with a dark red. And this is where I'm going to define the folds in the material. Check it out. How cool is that? And then I'm going to go ahead with my darkest red, and I'm going to pop in a couple of folds there. So this is where we have our light, medium, and dark. Mamie, thanks again for using the affiliate with your order. All right, let me pull out. Looking pretty cool. Now I'm going to erase in a little bit of a light spot down here. And up his arm a little bit. Details, guys, details. See how I'm erasing that in here on the left side to our left. And if you want to add a little more to it, you can come in with your white and kick it up that way. There you go. Now, you got to be really careful with your reds because they are the hardest to erase. So let's go ahead and do Winnie. Winnie the Pooh. Pooh Bear. Yvette, good night. I'm going to put my base color of my gold down. Yvette, I'm glad you're popping in. Now, if that isn't a Winnie the Pooh color, I don't know what is. And again, notice that I'm coloring in little circles. We want to get that pigment into the paper. Okay. Amy, I agree with you. I think it's a perfect color too. Wait until you see what happens when I start to add the shading. Guys, don't forget to turn your pencils. You want to keep your pencil out of that sharpener. And what do I always tell you? Take your time. Oh, this is already making me laugh. Ha ha. Okay, now I'm going to come in with a darker gold. Let's see what we got here. Hold on, got to do something real quick. All right, and let's start our shading. I'm going to start up by the hand here. And then we'll get inside of the ear. Now the ear is going forward, so you need to leave your edge at the top. And notice how I'm angling in. And notice how I'm coloring in the palm of the hand and then down the thumb. Now I haven't blended this yet. And then for the face, we've got our darker area around the lower half of the face. So for those of you that have this book, who's coloring with me? All right. Now we're going to shade underneath the shirt. And where the leg meets the belly. Belle, you're coloring with me? Okay. And then the front of the belly. On top of the foot and along the leg. And then on our footy right here. Now, I'm going to come in on the foot, and then I'm going to come in darker with the same pencil. We've talked about this before, that you can use the same pencil if you want to darken. And then on this foot, we've got the bottom here. Okay. Now, what's wrong with this picture? Jolly, you're coloring with me? Good. Somebody tell me what's wrong with this picture. Come on, guys, make me proud. Blending. That's right, my Linda. Thank you. Okay, so now we're going to come back with our original gold. And we're going to blend over the top and the edge of our darker color. And what we want to do is we want to soften that edge. Pooh is playing in a puddle. Ah, good one, Carmen. See how I'm softening up all these lines now, edges. Okay. Now check out on the belly here. And you'll especially see it on the stomach where I'm blending the darker into the lighter. Everybody see that? Okay, now I'm going to come back with my darker gold. And I'm going to highlight the brow by darkening that. I'm going to erase out a little segment on his nose on the top. To lighten that spot. And then on his mouth, we'll go ahead and put a little pink. Okay, let's pull out and take a look at this. One more touch. After I get some water. Okay, bright yellow. On the outside edges, we're going to add in this bright yellow. Now, don't get stupid with it. A little goes a long way. You don't need a lot of it. And again, turn your pencils to keep that edge. And look at the difference that this makes. So not only are you adding this new color, but you are blending everything else in. I think we're looking pretty good, guys. Questions? And look how that little kick of yellow really makes the difference. Now, I'm going to throw in a little bit of white. On his backside. And the reason for that is because it looks like we've got a light source coming in from the left-hand side. So we want to do that on his backside, the back part of his ear, and the top of his head. And then the side of his arm, and the side of this arm. Isn't that cool looking? Now it's going to look a little wonky until we start getting some colorings or color around him. Let's put it on the top of his shoe too, or his foot, I mean. And then, as Thomas mentioned, I'm going to take my Payne's Gray and we'll go ahead and color that string. Now, if you look at the original, this string is not a solid gray. So we're just going to put in streaks of gray, and basically on the right-hand side. Now let's pop down to Christopher Robin's hair. And we've got some yellow highlight in it, so I'm going to go ahead and pop that in first thing. Let's see what we got here. And then I'm going to come in with a brownish orange. And I want you to notice that I'm coloring the hair in the direction of how the hair would be laying on his head. See that? Always color in the direction of the hair. Well, Amy, I've been coloring for about 9 years now. And then one day I decided that I wanted to go ahead and share that with people. So I started broadcasting on Facebook. And then there were too many problems with Facebook because the broadcasts kept failing. So I went exclusively then, I broadcast on YouTube and download it to Facebook now. So that's kind of a hard question to answer. I don't remember when I started my first broadcast. Okay, then I'm going to come in with a little bit of orange. Oh, Amy, you will. If you follow my direction and listen to what I tell you, and follow along on the duets, you'll get there. Okay, and then I'm going to come in with a medium dark brown. It absolutely keeps crumbling on me. Hold on, change of brown. Oh, hi, Carrie. And then I'm going to come in with a very dark brown. And get that color in along the bottom. and along the part line. And then I'm going to come in. Dogs found a snapping turtle in the backyard. Don't know where it is now, but I'll be walking with the dogs at 4 a.m. instead of letting them out in the yard. And then we're going to come in with our orange. And then I'm going to do a little cleanup with my eraser. Now, again, don't judge the shades of your hair until we get everything else around it. Any questions? Carrie, I'm coloring out a Disney Dreams collection. Thomas said that he wanted me to color this page. So I'm doing this one for Thomas because he asked for it. What? Why not? Now, one little thing here that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Faber-Castell 103, which is my ivory, and I'm going to use it to lighten the brown just a little bit. Carrie, do you have this coloring book? All right. So we've got about 5 minutes left. And I'm going to, let's see here, grab my base skin color . which is going to be to start a very light peach. You don't have a coloring book, but you're a fan of poo. You got your eraser last night, no off button. If I lay it down wrong, it runs forever. Are you talking about the AFMAT eraser? It's not meant to have an off button. No, 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 no. The button is there for you to erase, and then when you release the button, it turns off. There is not an on and off button to it. It's not meant to be that way. Your eraser is fine. Well, can you lay it on top so that it doesn't hit against something? Okay, base skin color. Carmen. Oh, that's funny, Carmen. Okay. Sorry, back to behaving I go. Somehow, Carmen, I don't believe that. Okay, let me pull out. It is time to say goodnight. This is how far that we've gotten on our Disney coloring. Yeah, don't tell your secrets. I think we're looking pretty cool with this, guys. I hope you're having fun. And for those of you that are getting your books, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Okay, time to call it an evening. This is our Disney Dreams collection. The other one was Disney Dreams Collection Princess. And we did a piece out of that. And then we've got a piece out of the Picture Mandalas Jubilee. And we're starting to color the boots. Okay, guys, this is ILene Vick for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. Guys, joyous, joyous coloring. I'll see you tomorrow night, same time, same place. Guys, love on each other. That's what our group is absolutely known for. As well as my shining personality. Have a great rest of the evening. Guys, please click that like button. That is very important to me. And please share this broadcast to your timeline. Oh, Jolly, we love you too. Thank you, Carrie. Carmen, your newest of friends. All right, guys, take care. Love ya. Bye.